everyone, it's Kev here. Welcome back to my channel. It's been a while since I've made a video, but I've come out here today to talk about motorcycle vlogging. And of course, if you don't know what that is, it's having cameras and talking to yourself inside your helmet and recording it on cameras and putting it up on YouTube. And it's become quite popular, and there's quite a few channels that I watch and one or two people that I follow. I know in the thumbnail it says I've got there best cameras for motorcycle vlogging. My setup here might not necessarily be the best setup. Your setup might be better. You might have some better cameras and some better gear, but that's really what the video is about the vlogging and about the filming that I do and the way I have it set up on my bike. So today I've come out just to make a video. I've been itching to make a video for a while now, but the weather hasn't been great, and we're coming into spring and I'm really looking forward to doing a few more videos. So the first camera that I want to just talk about very quickly is this one here, which is the DJI Action 3. Of course, the Action 4 is out now, and that's the thing about these cameras. They put new ones out all the time, and I bought this last year, and this year the Action 4 comes out. But there's nothing wrong with the Action 3, of course. It's going to do everything I'll ever need it to do for years to come. You just can't be spending money all the time buying the next thing that comes out. But it is a very good camera, and I use this on the bike. I can have it facing back at me. It goes on the helmet, of course, and faces forward. And it's a great camera, not only just on the bike, but for a whole lot of other things that I do and am going to be doing as well. The other camera, of course, that's a biggie for me, and the first camera that I got is the Insta360 ONE X2. So I've got it set up here in a bit of an unusual sort of a way. There's all sorts of things you can do with these cameras, of course, but this is the only camera that I've had up until fairly recently on the bike. So I set it up so that I could record myself with a wireless mic. I have a wireless mic which I'm using now on the camera here, and I have the transmitter inside my helmet, and I have the receiver set up here on this setup here. I'm not sure about this long stick here. It's just a bit of an experiment at the moment, but you can clamp the 360 just here on one of the clamps that I've got. So I have a cable that comes down through this a bit of aluminium tubing here, and I sit the receiver just in here, and I just plug this into it like that. And also, when I've got the set up for the Action 3, I'll be able to hook it into here as well. The other camera that I have that I carry on the bike with me is this little Canon here. This is an SHX 70. Is that an SHX 70? Is that the right way around? SX70 HS. SX70 HS. And this is a super zoom camera, and I just carry this in my tank bag here because it's quite good if I see something on the side of the road, like you can see in this picture here. These pigeons were all around this bridge that I rode across, so I stopped and I got a couple of shots of the pigeons, and there's other things that I've done with it as well. I have it in there so that I can pull it out, take a quick shot. It's a super zoom, so I can zoom in on things very quickly, and I really find that quite good, quite handy. I use it for other things as well, of course. My other camera, of course, is this little fella here. This is the DJI Mini 2, and again, they've got the Mini 3 out now, but this is going to do what I'll need it to do for quite some time yet. It's a great little drone, and it's a really good camera on here, and I use this to film myself going down the road, and just spots where I stop sometimes I can get it out and I can take a bit of footage of the scenery. There's a few things about using a drone that you need to be aware of course, and that is that there are rules and you need to have permission from people to fly over their property and that sort of thing. So I do everything really as properly as I can. Don't do anything silly or go breaking the law, but I can use it to film myself, and of course if I've got somebody with me, which from time to time I do have, I can use it to use them as a person to fly the drone and to watch me flying down the road. So I do use that not only just for filming myself on the bike. Don't use it a lot on the bike, but you can see here in this clip here, this is one of the video clips that I took with the drone, and it's quite good, quite effective, and I use it for a raft of other things as well. Great fun. The other camera that I have, of course, is this one here. This is a Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra, and it's got some pretty amazing camera equipment in it. I'm learning to use this. This is quite a bit more of a technical camera than just an ordinary single camera lens that's in a phone. But it's very good, and some of the clips that you're seeing in this video have been filmed with this. So I've got a few other bits and pieces. I've got one of these clamps. This is a Ulanzi clamp. I like Ulanzi stuff. It's usually pretty well made, and this is a really good clamp, and of course you can clamp this on the bike if you've got crash bars and different things that you can clamp it to. You can do all sorts of things, and you can get your cameras in all sorts of positions, and you can do all sorts of weird and wonderful things, which I do. I sort of experiment, and I've done a number of things with the cameras, having them clamped to different parts of the bike. Selfie stick, of course, you can always clamp that into the clamp and stick it out somewhere, out to the side or out the back. Get different angles of your footage with your Insta360. Not so much with the Action, because it only points in one direction, whereas the Insta360 you can use it to film all around, and you can shift things around in post, and that's quite good. This of course is the 3-meter extension selfie stick, which I also have another extension that I can put on here as well, and I do some quite interesting things with this. I won't talk about that in this video, but in some other video at some stage I'll show you some of the things that I've done with this stick here. And of course I have a little tripod. A little tripod's always handy. If you stop somewhere on the side of the road and you want to photograph something, or you want to film something just from a low down angle, or you want to set it on a fence or something like that, a small tripod is very handy to have. You can set it on the ground somewhere, or set it on a fence post, or somewhere where you want to film something or film yourself, or I want to take a bit of video. Quite a handy little tool. All of this stuff fits in to the back of the bike here, and it's easy to cart round. I have all sorts of bits and pieces, and most of it I can fit in the back here with room to spare. So that's about it really. I've got a wireless mic, a Synco mic, which I'm using at the moment. Oh, and of course I've got my Canon 70D, which is what I'm using to film this with right at the moment. And that's a really good camera too. It's probably a little bit of an older camera now, but it's going to serve me for quite a few years yet. I'm not in a hurry to get rid of that or to upgrade it. There's not really much point. So that's my camera setup. Feel free to make a comment in the comments below. Give me a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do. And let's go for a bit of a ride and have a look, and I'll put the camera around some different places and do a little video of what you can do with all this gear. Thanks for watching.